Good afternoon, parents. I'm excited to share a new system that we are using to help students become more successful in the classroom and with their homework. This system will also help address a problem of work completion. We are very lucky here at Morris Grade School. We have, fairly minimal behavior incidents, but one that is ongoing and rampant throughout the junior high is work completion. So we have put together this new system to help uh, support students and help you as a parent support your student so that they can get their work completion. I tell students in junior high every year that the only way you can really get an F is if you're not turning in schoolwork. And the hard part about that situation is when students do not turn in their work, we cannot tell if it's an actual academic struggle or if it's a behavior choosing not to complete the homework. So, by having this new system in place, we hope that students will feel empowered to get their homework turned in, and then we can help students as needed based on their actual needs. So, the first thing we did was we created homework pages for all the junior high students. So if you're here on our website on the main page and you scroll down, you can see it's right here in one of our main blocks, right under the scrolling picture, junior high homework pages. If you click on this, it leads you to a document, and then you can check your sixth, seventh, or eighth graders' homework. So if I'm an eighth grade parent, I can click on the homework and I can see what the homework is for this week. And it also gives information, maybe important notes. All assignments are due the next day unless otherwise stated. Some grade levels have when their next quiz is, when a big project might be, and when their next test is. And then column B here has the homework. And you can see you can go back at the bottom and see here's the homework from Thursday and Wednesday. So you'll have a historical view to see what the homework is, and that will help you stay on top of, hey, did you get that quiz done? Are you ready for that quiz in Mrs. Barron's class next Tuesday? So, again, it's a way that you can help support your student at home find success. Now, the plan, which is attached to this email blast, spells out what will happen when students are missing homework. Teachers will talk to the student, email you. Once a student has four or more missing assignments, admin will become involved and an administrator will be assigned to your grade level. And so when a student hits that four missing assignments and they've contacted you prior to that, then the admin will talk to the student, talk to you, and create a plan. One thing, and to help us curb this rampant not turning in schoolwork, is students will be placed on a social suspension. This is a lot like eligibility. Effective immediately, the student will be placed on a social suspension. This means including if they are on a sports team or on sports clubs. So students will miss that until they get their homework completed and all their missing work completed. They may be required to attend a special learning lab after school. And then, obviously, if it continues to be problematic, they can be placed in a special study hall. At second semester, if they failed two or more classes, they will have to do our academic recovery program to recover the credit from the first semester. And if a student has two or more Fs as a overall final grade at the end of the school year, then they may have to take a summer school program. The summer school program for Grundy County now is housed at Premier Academy. So again, this is kind of the outline of the whole plan. We will also send a frequently asked questions for parents that we get when it comes to work completion and grade concerns. We have also tried to streamline in the past the codes in PowerSchool. Teachers kind of use them as they saw fit. And so the teachers decided to get together and thought the idea of streamlining what the icon means, regardless of the class or the teacher, would help parents and students as they go through junior high. So you can see, a green check mark means that it was collected. The red dot means it is late. Orange means it is missing. The biggest thing you'll see is if a student has a red and an orange dot. When a homework assignment is missing and they can still turn it in, it will be orange. Once you see the red dot or the red dot next to the orange dot, then it can no longer be turned in. And our a policy per the handbook is after the day of the test, that unit test or that chapter, all homework that's missing from that unit can no longer be turned in, and the grade officially becomes a 0. You'll see we also exempt kids if kids are absent, but hopefully this document will help you as you look at your students' grades to see what these icons mean. And then if your student is struggling with missing work, you can see, well, what assignments can my child still turn in versus which ones can they not because it's past the deadline. So, for example, if you're looking at your students' grades, if I was looking and I wanted to know what my students, uh, why he got a B plus, let's say in math, I can click on the icon here, and this is the page that will help you. And this is where you'll see the icons. So when you're in the class for that quarter, you can see all the different assignments are listed here. His grades are here, but then here's where you can see the icons. And obviously, my son graduated a while ago, so we were not using this streamlined icon process, but you can see, he turned in some assignments late. Likely that is why he got 4 out of 5 instead of 5 out of 5. So that is the way that you find it. So again, you'll need to go to your student and remember to click on the grade to get to the more detailed page of the student so that you can see what icons, what are missing, and of the missing assignments, what can still be turned in. We're hoping that this will help catch many of these. And like I said, it makes it much easier as educators when kids at least turn in something and we can see, is it an academic? Where's the struggle versus is it a behavior choosing not to turn in assignments? So again, I hope this new system works. We will continue to receive feedback throughout the year. Just so you know, too, we have assigned administrators to various grade levels. So if your child becomes needing to be involved in this academic recovery plan for chronic no work completion, sixth graders will work with Mr. Fredrickson. Seventh graders will work with myself, and eighth graders will work with Mrs. Bowe. So again, I hope that this is a system in place that can build safeguards in so that we can get kids to turn in their homework, get the grades that they deserve, but also we can catch areas where they may be struggling before that becomes problematic. Again, I thank you for your continued cooperation in your child's education. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Thank you and have a great day.